In case you haven't noticed, wine is getting more expensive all the time. Hi, I'm Wine Dine Caroline, and today we're going to talk about super expensive wine. Let me know you're watching, drop a $sign in the comments. While back in our parents' day, the most expensive wines in the world were expensive, they weren't impossible. Today, that is no longer the case. If you want to buy a bottle of Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, which is very, very fancy Burgundy, you can expect to drop $20,000 on one bottle. $20,000! At this point, the most expensive bottle ever sold was a 6-liter bottle of Screaming Eagle Cabernet Sauvignon from 1992. It was sold in 2000 at the Napa Valley auction for $500,000. $500,000 for one big bottle of wine. Still, a question that I get all the time is, does price matter? Does it really have an indicator of quality? Was that bottle really worth $20,000? No. Right? I mean, nothing is worth that much money that you're gonna drink in an evening. Is it worth it? Obviously, the market dictates that. At this point, would I ever spend that much money on wine? Absolutely not. If you wanna buy me some DRC, I will have you over for dinner, make you the best dinner you've ever had. You can live with me, we'll be best friends for life, okay? But hell no, I'm not gonna spend that much money on wine, it's ridiculous. And you don't have to. Quality and price is a complicated subject because it depends on a lot of different factors. Think about what actually goes into your wine. There's the labor on the vineyard, there's the land of the vineyard, there's all of the equipment, there's the facility, there's the things that winemakers need, there's barrels if you're gonna have oaked wine, and then there's marketing. Then there's sales, there's bottles, there's corks, there's the channels, logistical channels that have to get your wine from the winery to you. There's the people that do those deals. And then there's finally the person who's selling you the wine, whether that's at a restaurant, in a shop, online. So a lot of things go into the price of a bottle. There's also taxes, there's tariffs, there's politics involved here. It's not straightforward. In America, wine is expensive. American wine is expensive too. So personally, I would say that if you're going under $10 in America, that is tough. In the UK, wine is cheaper and you can get really good wine for less than a tenner. I mean, above £7, you're probably safe. Here in France, you can get great wine for €6 or €7. And it's gonna be straightforward, it's gonna be simple, it's not gonna be garbage though. One way to shop for cheaper wine that is good value is to consider also fame. Is the place really famous? Your money in Napa Valley does not go as far as it goes in Mendoza, in Argentina. Mendoza is a famous place, but you can get cheaper wine there because it's not got this crazy prestige. Burgundy is expensive, Bordeaux is expensive, Napa is expensive. Somewhere in Chile is gonna be less expensive. Somewhere in Eastern Spain is gonna be less expensive. So there are ways to shop just by thinking, is it really famous? Maybe try something you haven't heard of. So certain things are going to have a cost. These are going to be taxes, logistics, packaging, stuff like that. So under $5 or £5 or €5, all of those costs are still there, and so the juice costs less and less. There's a huge difference in quality between 5 and 10. There's a big difference in quality between 10 and 15. There's a big difference in quality between 10 and 20. Is there a huge difference in quality between 50 and 200? I'm not so sure. At that point, we're getting more into market forces. We are getting into other factors. Is there a huge difference in quality between 200 and 20,000? I'm gonna come out and say no. I think it really is absurd, actually, what the prices become at a certain level on some of these wines. The best way to find good value wine is to talk to your local independent wine merchant. Local independent wine merchants are more likely to buy wine from independent distributors and importers who are more likely to buy wine from families, from small producers who don't have, enormous marketing teams. When you buy a bottle of wine from an enormous corporation, some of your money is going to the enormous corporation and someone's making a lot of money there. When you buy your wine from independent winemakers, nobody's making that much money. I really encourage you to find your local independent wine merchant and support them. If you can shop direct from wineries, that's even better. And support your local wineries, support independent businesses. That's where you're gonna get the most bang for your buck when it comes to wine. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to my channel, click that little bell to be alerted when a new video drops, head to the link in the description to join my awesome free online Facebook community, Good Wine, Good People, and share it with your friends. This is super important for me. I really appreciate it.